Hey guys, Toby Brown here. I'm sitting here today with David Darby. David is the Senior Vice President of Core Bank. President, I'm sorry, excuse me, the President. Thank you for the correction there. David is the President of Core Bank. He and I are both shareholders in the bank, so we have a mutual interest in the financial institution and growing the bank. And I brought David here today because I want him to talk about business credit. Again, this is for you entrepreneurs out there, those that are either in business currently or looking to start a business. I want you guys to get a general understanding of the requirements when you go into a bank or financial institution requesting business credit. These are some of the basic essentials that are going to be expected of you from the bank. So I brought David here to talk a little bit about that. David, if you could just share with me, again, this is just on the basic level from a banking perspective, as me as an individual or someone else coming into the bank requesting lending or funding for their business, what are some of the essential things that you would require from them out the gate?
The best thing that you can start off with is a very detailed business plan. I mean, something that shows what your plan is to do on this. I need, maybe a 5-year projections on what long-term projections, what you're going to use to secure the loan, what your background is on this, and why you think it's going to work. That's the first and foremost thing you need to have. Second of all, what you need is 3 years tax returns, a personal financial statement, and along with a business plan, you need to have pretty detailed projections on what you believe that you can do.
Okay. So we have the two components that I look at, and I think what I hear you saying is that you have the financial piece of it, right? So we need the financials, and then we also have the individual aspect of it. Tell me what you look for in an individual, because I know that's just as important, right?
Yes. Individual is, we're in the people business. We make our bets on good people, and what you look for is, first of all, credit. You need to have good credit. So as a young person, if you're in college or if you're young starting out, just always remember credit is always important. Character goes a long way. So always remember, when you get that first credit card, always make your payments, always make your car payment. That's very critical. Don't leverage yourself don't go out and get a lot of high interest credit card and charge up a lot of credit cards. Leverage, banks like lowly leveraged individuals if you're going out and getting credit for a business. There's good debt and there's bad debt. I always say good debt is you own your house, you're 50% loan to value. That's good debt. Bad debt is I've got $20,000 outstanding on a credit card. That's not good. So kind of those are some of the things you look for.
So I'm sure, being at the bank, you see a lot of people kind of come and go, and obviously I know that you don't approve every application, every individual who comes through the door. So in the event that you do have to decline someone or turn them down for business credit, do you kind of give them some guidance per se on what they need to do to kind of go and kind of revamp their situation so they can come back to you in the future, or do you just kind of tell them no and kind of like send them on their way?
I always look at somebody as a potential customer. I know if you're starting off a new business, you're going to get there sooner or later. It's just the school of hard knocks. You just got to keep trying and keep going at it, and eventually you'll succeed. But if somebody doesn't qualify for a bank loan, there's always small business administration loan, SBA loans that the SBA will guarantee 75-80% of a loan. You pay a fee for it, but that's a way to go and get financing in a route if you don't have enough collateral. If you're, say it's a restaurant, and banks typically don't like doing restaurant loans because they're a little bit riskier. But if you get an SBA guarantee behind you, it makes the loan a lot easier to do if you've got an 80% guarantee.
Right. So one of the things that we discussed with Core is that we want to have a strong emphasis on small business. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to shoot this video, is because we want to educate people, right? We want to give you step-by-step guidance and processes because we want you to be successful. We want to set you up for success, right? If you come in the door and you're fragmented, your financials are fragmented, you have maybe some personal issues, credit issues that you're dealing with. We want to help you to try to overcome those obstacles and put you in the best position where you can get funding, where you can set yourself up and your business up for success. And sometimes that doesn't happen overnight. You don't just fix these things in 1 week, 2 weeks, 2 months. Sometimes it takes a year, up to a year, to fix these things. But when you do fix those things, then again, you're set up for long-term success. And that's one of the things that we focus on with the bank, is we want to have long-term relationships with these individuals. Obviously, it's to our benefit to have customers with businesses that are succeeding, right? And so I want to tell you guys, don't get discouraged if you do get declined for business credit. Just look at it like it's a course correction, because it gives you an opportunity to fix those things, fix those issues that you have, so you can get yourself, back on track. And this is, our mission at the bank. Again, we want to focus on small business, but I think for the most part, David, would you agree that these are atypical things that they're going to deal with at any financial institution?
Yes, and sometimes if you have a business plan and you're not able to get bank financing, there's always other avenues of going and getting investors in your business. You might have a great plan, like I have a good friend that started a restaurant. He didn't have the capital to do a restaurant. He went out and raised $1.5 million and started a really very nice restaurant down in Midtown. But that's the way. And then once you get succeeding and you're doing well and you expand your business and you show a track record, sometimes you don't need that outside investor. You can get bank financing, and therefore you have a larger stake in it than having investors in it. But if the bank financing is not available, and sometimes it's not, you have to go out and seek outside investors.